Hello there, Internet. How are you today? Today is May 2nd for me, probably May 3rd by the time I actually post this. But anyway, yesterday on May Day, I decided to talk to you guys about this episode and also respond to some of your comments. Can you believe that there is a parallel universe where going outside isn't a big deal? No, I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it at all. They hug each other, they slap each other, they give each other kisses, they wrap their entire bodies around each other. It just makes no sense. There's this point in time. Basil reaches over, he puts his hand on Lola's shoulder, and she looks at him like, get the fuck off of me. And he does. It looks like he's getting better with boundaries because, that was my main problem with him back in season 3. But yeah, anyway, I have given many people those looks when they have come within my personal space bubble. Get your body, get your germs away from me. How dare you? So, as you may recall in episode 1, Lola and Daphne, they did not see eye to eye when it came to how they mourned their late mother. Daphne was crying all over the place, very upset, but not very comfortable talking about her mother's flaws. Also plays into the theme of the show. Shame. I get the feeling that Lola, she doesn't want to be vulnerable in front of other people, so she masks all of that vulnerability by channeling that into being angry, channeling that into drinking a bunch, sleeping around, and then starting fights. There were a lot of times over the course of these 2 episodes where I was very much reminded of 6 Feet Under, which used to be my favorite show about a decade ago. Completely different show, but 6 Feet Under also explored the tension between 2 siblings who lost a parent, and their reaction to that loss is completely different. It's pretty much the opposite of each other. Nobody was super angry like Miss Lola over here, but one brother, he was very stoic. He just wanted to go through the motions of all of these funeral rituals, and it was very dry and robotic and emotionless, and he was very detached, just kept all of his emotions just zipped up, while the other brother's to hell with that. I don't care about all these stupid funeral rituals. It's ridiculous. My dad died. I'm gonna let everybody know that I am in pain.
I refuse to sanitize this anymore.
This is how it's done.
Yeah? Well, it's whacked. What is this stupid salt shaker? Huh? What is this hermetically sealed box, this phony astroturf around the grave? Jesus, David, it's like surgery. Clean, antiseptic. Business. He was our father!
Please don't do this.
You can pump him full of chemicals, you can put makeup on him, and you can prop him up for a nap in the slumber room, but the fact remains, David, that the only father we're ever gonna have is gone. Forever. And that sucks. But it's a goddamn part of life, and you can't really accept it without getting your hands dirty. Well, I do accept it, and I intend to honor the old bastard by letting the whole world see just how fucked up and shitty I feel that he's dead. God damn it!
Amen.
Personally, I think that Lola and Daphne, they need to meet each other halfway. I understand that Daphne's in a lot of pain. She really misses her mom, and she's very mad at her sister for just disappearing, for being very rebellious and mean, and being very unpredictable and making an already stressful situation even more stressful. But in order to fix that, you don't fix it through shame, you fix it through understanding. And Lola is in a lot of pain for a reason. It's pretty clear that deep down, she does love her mother, but she was also hurt by her mother. Her mother didn't act like a real parent. Why do you think that she was institutionalized? We know that she has depression, but do you think that maybe there was a suicide attempt or an eating disorder or drug overdose? But anyway, that happened. She does not feel good about that. She clearly feels betrayed. So she is feeling very confused, where she loves her mother but doesn't want to openly express that because her mother is also the source of all evil evil in her life in a way. That might be how she conceptualizes it. I will give credit where credit is due. You guys know, if you watched anything I had to say about season 3, Basil got on my goddamn nerves with him not understanding boundaries. Oh, no, no, no. In this house, we respect people's boundaries, okay? But he is doing better with those boundaries, so that's good. Also, I do like that he was there for Daphne and that he talked to Lola and he was able to bridge the divide between these two sisters. So that was nice of him. Okay, so about Tiff. You can interpret her Instagram thing. Maybe it's like, oh, look at me. I'm so charitable that I'm helping this girl who lost her mother and I'm being a friend to her or whatever. But she did say when we first met her that she knows what it's like to lose somebody. So I thought, oh, maybe Tiff went through something similar and that's why she wants to reach out to Lola. That's why she's being very friendly towards Lola, because maybe she lost somebody and she didn't have any friends to help her cope with that. So she wants to be friendly towards Lola and she just did it in a really problematic way. So I was really hoping that Lola would actually warm up to Tiff. Looked like they were going for like Girl Squad 2.0 where Tiff was kind of like Vilda, and you know how Vilda and Sana didn't get along, even though I don't think that the original Skam did a very good job at all of redeeming Vilda. Though I did really like how Skam España treated Viri. I think that they wrote her a lot better than the original Vilda, but that is besides the point. I'm just saying that sometimes your friendship can start off rocky and then you can grow to love each other, and maybe that was going to be the case with these girls. Definitely agree that I think that Lola wants what Daphne already has, so I think that's why she forced herself to hang out with those girls, because it was clear that Lola didn't seem to like them, didn't seem to fit in with them, have anything in common with them, but you know, we can grow from there. But it looks like she's going to be friends with Maya's friend group. And I really do like that Maya has her own friends group. And we see Elliot, he's a part of that world too. When she was hanging out with Maya, she talked about her mom voluntarily. And I pointed out that Maya mentioned that she was a lesbian. Once again, we've seen her in 4 different clips. And she mentioned that she was a lesbian in 3 out of the 4 clips. Also, there was intense gay staring. Maya said that if a lesbian invites you to a party, that doesn't mean she wants to sleep with you. That just means that she wants to invite you to a party. But if a lesbian gets behind you, wraps her entire body around you, and rests her chin on your shoulder, does that mean she wants to sleep with you? Or does that mean she was just demonstrating how to use that tool and giving verbal instructions wouldn't work? I don't know. I'm just asking for a friend. Let me know. Last episode, I asked you guys, what did you guys think of Maya and Lola? Did you guys think that it was going to happen? And many of you guys have said yes. So I was a little bit skeptical at first. I don't know if you guys know this. I was skeptical also of Spanish Kiss. Some people pointed out, oh, well, she kissed a girl in season 1. There's that picture of 2 girls in her banner. Maybe she's going to hook up with that girl with the purple hair that we saw for 2 seconds in the first trailer. And I said, no. Fake news. That's just decoration. She's gonna end up with Hugo. That's the way it goes. When a girl rejects guys, especially for the reason that Chris rejected Hugo of, I don't want to be in a relationship right now. I don't want to deal with all of that heartbreak and shit. You know, usually then the guy, he shows her that love is worth all of the heartbreak and shit. And I was surprised that that didn't happen. She ended up with a girl instead. But anyway, oh yes. Thank you for linking the Eva Vilda video. I was gonna actually go on a whole other rant about all of the other times that I thought, like, I've had more to go on than this even, and I've been gal palled before. I thought for sure, okay, all of the signs are pointing to these 2 girls are gay for each other, and then they hook the girls up with some basic guy. Yeah, and I was gonna go on a big rant of the many times that has happened to me, and then I realized that could be its own video by itself, so look out for that. But yeah, thanks for the Eva Vilda video. So I'm not going to need to go into detail about Eva Vilda when I make that video. I can just like link to that video. Anyway, I thought that Joanna came on to Chris very strong within minutes of meeting Chris for the first time. She's talking about blue is the warmest color, putting her hand on her chest, putting her hand on Chris's chest. But then Maya... It's Wednesday morning. This is what's going down right now. Yeah, this is a little bit gay. Sparks were flying. Looks like things were gonna happen. And this last line. Okay, this took a turn. I don't know what the fuck that means. I'll admit that I was confused, but then I went on Tumblr and I was like, okay, other people were confused. It took me like the entire day until I was like, oh, I think I know what Lola meant. I think that Skam France, it has a lot going for it, to be honest. Like, I think that it could be excellent. In every episode, it looks like a movie, and I really, really like French movies. I know Skam France, and I know how much they love melodrama. I don't think it's as bad as What the Fuck, though. I like the season so far, but I am experiencing it with trepidation. So, to answer the question, will I continue to make videos? Well, I see your comment here about how this show, like, we might get off on a strong start, might have a lot of potential. We see a lot of good in it. It could be an awesome season, but then it might lose its way, get really messy and melodramatic towards the middle. So things might go completely downhill. I might lose interest. I might not feel motivated to talk. I have plenty of time to make videos, but will I actually be motivated to make 10 different videos in 10 weeks all about the same show? I cannot guarantee that. I do not promise that. Also, I might feel motivated to talk about other things. So for example, after Super Tuesday, I completely lost interest in everything. I could only think about this election. I could only think about politics. It became my #1 hyperfixation. I couldn't care less about anything else. Now it kind of comes and goes. I do think a lot about the political situation happening in our country. I don't know if you know this, but I was able to predict the future. I definitely knew that Donald Trump was going to make an ad like this. But at this point in time, I'm able to distract myself enough to make a video about Skam France. Something that I will say that does motivate me quite a lot to make videos, and I do really like reading your comments. The longer comments, the better. If you have any thoughts about this episode or about anything that I said about this episode, you can let me know. I would be happy to read your thoughts. You notice that this clip is called This. Is it named after this movie? What do you think?